biggest stories coming out of AEW Dynasty was, I mean, not only the ending of the show, which got a lot of AEW fans
A
very
lot of
upset.
hate. I will talk about that next.
Um, but Swerve also, I think he ruffled some feathers, and not good feathers, with his promo speech, whatever, once the show
speech
was
after the
over.
show.
And at the end, he decided to say F Booker T. And there was really no context for it, other than their like brief interactions and whatever. And that really sparked a lot of conversation online, because as much as people love Swerve, they don't love the disrespect to somebody like Booker T, especially when we're talking about a guy who like laid the groundwork for a person like Swerve Strickland to be thriving in professional wrestling. And Booker, I do respect that he took a while to respond. He admitted on his podcast that he was asleep when this happened. So
Which is an ultimate flex. That's an unreal
yeah.
flex.
So he woke up to, people being like, what's going on? Did you see this? Blah, blah, blah. Did you see what Swerve said? And he took the high road on his podcast, just being like, he has
I
the
have
right
the
to
quote
feel.
right here. Do you want me to read the quote?
Sure.
Yeah, he said, woke up this morning and I wondered, why is my name trending? I see the video of Swerve Strickland saying F Booker T at the end of Dynasty. I'm not going to even get upset about it. I'm going to give Swerve Strickland a little bit of advice, just a little bit. That advice would be, don't be talking about something other than the pay-per-view at the end of the night. That's the main event and the last thing people are going to remember. The last people are going to remember is me. My name is being said. I'm sure Tony Khan don't appreciate the news. The headline not being what happened at Dynasty with all the matches. They're talking about Booker T. That was a bad move. He got a lot of energy at the end of the show. I'm not that type. I'm from that school. If you got something to say to somebody, say it to their face. I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully Swerve Strickland has a hell of a career and he'll do very well in this business. I agree, Booker, and that's my biggest takeaway from this. That is, he said it verbatim, is that they're not talking about the ending of Dynasty. They're talking about Booker T and the rival promotion. That is an issue. If you are leading this change and leading this charge, taking shots like that shows a sign of weakness. And it shows that you do not view yourself as the number one brand. You view yourself as the two fighting the one. That's not a good mentality to have. And it's taking away from the show. The show was really good. It had a lot of good matches. That main event, which I'm sensing a trend right now with AEW, is that their shows are killer until the main event. They have a real issue booking the main event or having some shenanigans happen after the main event. And to have Swerve go out there and pretty much business for himself and say F Booker T and the whole Vlad TV situation, it's a bad look for AEW. It is a bad look.
Well, it's a bad look for Swerve too, though. Like, what are you
It
doing?
is.
And the thing is
that's your number one contender.
And this just came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're online and you kind of know that Swerve took an issue with Booker T, like being okay with Vince dropping slurs in front of him, whatever, like, you can know about that. But if you're just watching the show, you're an AEW fan. You're not seeing Swerve and being like, oh my God, you remember when he had beef with Booker T for no reason, And it feels like, so when he's like, oh, an F Booker T, it's like, what? That it felt like, if you want to compare it to something like in WWE recently, it was like Charlotte being like, oh, is that why Kaiser's in my DMs? It's like, it's such a desperate random attempt to like say something controversial, but you like, there's no
just to
context.
Get a pop. It's a cheap pop.
Yeah. And so it's like, I don't get this. And I feel for him in a way, because like, if you saw a lot of the reactions, like a lot of hardcore AEW fans were not happy about it either. And like, you messed up when like tribalist AEW fans are even like, that wasn't a good idea,
They're saying F Swerve tonight on NXT. The crowd's chanting it.
I mean, they're going to because Booker T is there. So
Yeah. Well,
um
they love Booker T.
yeah.